Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing another Pinterest goals. I have seen some things and I want them, but I don't want to buy them, so we're going to make them. So today we're going to be trying out a style that is new to me, but not new to fashion. I've seen it all over the place and I haven't even gone to the store and tried on this style of dress. So I don't know how it's going to look on me, but we're gonna try it out anyway. The dress style that I'm talking about is that kind of like slim drop waist with the gathered sides. I think it looks really, really feminine, really pretty. It gives you body if you have it or not, because the gathered sides give you like hip and shape and curves. And I really, really like it. But I have not tried on not even one dress yet that looks like that. Now, while I don't have a dress that I've tried on, I have been collecting some patterns, and after looking through all of my patterns that I have, there is one in particular which I think is a good entry level into the whole gathered side long front dress. I don't know what to call it. We'll call it a cottagecore sundress because I'm going to be wearing it in the sun and it feels very, you know, cottagecore. Now there are a lot of patterns out there, a few on Etsy that I haven't tried and might do in the future depending on how well this one goes. But the one that I do have and that I think is really nice and I do want to try is the Sofia dress from Helper Sews. This dress I think came out last summer and I thought, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous, I'm gonna buy it. And then I've just kind of chickened out of making it. But I've decided now is the time. So that is what we're going to be making. And hopefully it will be very similar to all of the other like cottagecore pretty sundresses that I've seen. It's very romancy, you know what I mean? I've already gone to the trouble of putting together the paper pattern. I did that last night. So today, all we're going to be doing is cutting out the fabric and then we're going to start on the sewing. Let's talk fabric. I have narrowed it down to two, mostly because these ones are quite long lengths of fabric and I need about 2.5 meters for the dress and I need about 2 meters for the lining. Now I've got 4 meters of this and I've got about 3.5 meters of this. So I need to figure out what we're going to do about the lining. I'm sure I can find something to match. First up is this green linen. I was thinking about the dress and while it looks gorgeous in white, I think it would also look really nice in green. It's a little bit drapey, which is nice. It will have nice swing when you wear it. And also because it's linen, it will still be a little bit structured, but still have a little bit of give. So I think that might be a good option. The second option is this viscose, also a really good option. And it stays very true to what the actual dress looks like because it's in white. They made it out of a cotton viscose, so this is like a linen viscose, is pretty much the same thing. And I have about 3.5 meters of this, which means I'd need to figure out what to do for the skirt lining. From what I can tell, the top piece is lined, but you just like cut 2 of each piece, and the bottom pieces are also lined as well. So I might have to line it with something else, not entirely sure. We have one wild card, which I'm only thinking about right now, is this yellow fabric here. I've been sitting on this for maybe 2 years now. It is a sheer chiffon, but it's got like this bubbly texture. And I think this would actually be a gorgeous dress that has a little bit of flow. So it could also be this, and I have about 3 meters of this on the roll. So that is another option that we could do it in. Wild cards, I know, but maybe we could consider, I don't know. So I'm gonna now, I don't know, take a moment to deliberate, probably go onto Instagram to ask the folks what they think I should make it out of, do a little poll, and then I'll come back when we've decided on a fabric. Hours. I've been doing some other things, but I also decided to make a little mock-up of the top half because I need to know how the bust is going to fit and I also want to know how the waist is going to look. Now I actually quite like how this fits. I used this muslin fabric. It's quite thin, but the fabrics that I'm going to be using are about that thin, maybe slightly thicker. So this was a good representation of kind of how it would fit. Now I kind of looked at two options. One was having a permanent shoulder strap, and the other one was having the adjustable one. So the back looks kind of crazy. The back looks kind of crazy, but this one with the permanent strap, I'm not actually that much of a fan, but I am a fan of this one because if it's an adjustable strap, there's a little bit of gaping, but as soon as I pull it taut, then it's actually a really good fit. Now I am wearing a top because I don't want you seeing all the goods, not yet anyway. The way that it sits across the chest, it actually covers everything that it needs. It is going to be quite a little bit of cleavage, which, I mean, I don't think I mind. It is meant to be like a summer dress, so it's fine. But we'll have to see how it actually looks when I try on the dress. But at this moment, I'm really happy with the fit, how it will look with the adjustable strap. And I made it without the crisscross. So it can definitely be put together without that extra crisscross. I just now have to decide whether I want it or not. But as it stands, this is what the bodice kind of looks like together. This actually goes all the way down, so I just kind of cut it, and you can see where the gathered side bits are going to be, which I really love. So I'm quite excited. I already really like how it's going to look. I just hope when the whole thing's together, it is the look that suits me. So I think with the fit and everything, I'm quite happy to proceed and start cutting out the fabric. Alright, it is the next day. We have cut everything out and we're ready to start interfacing and then sewing. I just wanted to show you Muffin. This is where she likes to hang out. As you can see, she looks very comfortable. I don't think that's comfortable at all, but this is how she's decided to hang out today. Normally she's all the way inside, but today she wants to be half in, half out. You could tell she's like, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to have a nap. I'm sorry, baby. Anyway, if you can remember my kitten Muffin, I also have a kitten called Cookie, but she's not a kitten anymore. Good morning. So as you can see, I have got a little bit of sewing done this morning. I totally forgot last night I had a friend coming over to stay. So yeah, I didn't get much sewing done yesterday, but I did manage to get a little bit of sewing done this morning. So as you can see, I've put the whole front bit together, as you can see. We still need to put the cups in, which are going to go there, but I think this is going to look really nice. I'm quite happy about the current progress. So far, I'm absolutely loving this side detail, and it was really easy to put together. This is what it's looking like at the moment. Very excited to wear this. I'm going to be heading into Manchester today to meet my friend for lunch. And while I was there, I'm going to bring a scrap of fabric because this is the best colour I have to match as a zip, and I don't quite like it. So I'm thinking while I'm there is an Abercarn's fabric store, so we can have a look and see if I can find a better match to the zip than this. And also because I also now need some cord, and I only have white cord, so we're going to see if we can also find some cord which matches this colour as well. And then we're going to try not to buy any fabric, but I cannot make any promises about that. So I'm going to go get ready, and then I'm going to take you to the fabric store in Manchester so you can see where I spend quite a bit of my time whenever I'm in Manchester, and we'll see if we can find a match together. All right, we are at Abercarn's. We are strictly going to find zips and cord. I'm not even looking at any of this. I'm absolutely looking at all of it. I can't help myself. But let's go find the zips first. All right, so I'm in like the Habby section. Over there is where you can, all the different fabrics, and you pay by the weight. And then we've got all the Habby, and then upstairs we've got more fabric. But we are looking for zips. Although I did find some cord. This might work. Let me get out my little fabric bit. All right, I've got my cord. It's not looking like there is anything, guys. Not quite. I did find some tassels though, which might work. It's close, but we still need a cord. Okay, we find some bias binding. It could be, I could sew some cord inside this and have it like covered cord. That's about as close as colour I'm gonna get though. It's very difficult. Okay, we're back looking at this again. I think this is gonna be the closest we're gonna get. Maybe this one or the dark one. I'm not sure. All right, we are in the zip section. So I currently have this one, but I think we will do better with this one. I don't think we're gonna get any lighter than that unless it's this like luminous green. So I think this one is a better match to the turquoise, which is what I have at home. So this is as close as we're gonna get. Ooh, sparkly. Nice. Look. Elmo. Why? What in the world? Elmo, why are your arms so long? That's the freakiest thing I've ever seen. I'm moving now. Okay, I've got the goods. I'm heading out. I may or may have not picked up 1 or 2 fabrics, but they were cheap, so I feel like that's okay. Anyway, I gotta get home because I want to finish this dress, so I will show you everything that I got when I get home. Right, I am back home and I just thought I would show you what we got. So this is the zip that I picked up, and as you can see, it goes really well with the color, and it's probably the closest match that we are going to get to this. It's an invisible zipper, so hopefully the only bit that you're really going to see is this zip pull here, and I think that's a great match. Next up, we also have the cord. I went with the dark cord because the light cord would have been too jarring against this color because it's like a bright green. So I think this actually goes really well, and it's a pretty good match with the zip. Now, for what I got for myself, I picked up this yellow crepe. Do I have a reason why? No, but I love yellow. Summer is coming. The bright colors are back, and I do have some ideas for a flowy type dress. Also, if this dress works out in a linen, I think it would look really, really nice in a really drapey crepe. So I got about 4 meters of that. Yeah, 4 meters. It's a lot, but I wanted to make sure that whatever I decide to make, I can make it. Then I also got this Swiss dot chiffon in black. Now, this is a Swiss dot chiffon that I have in this mustard color, which I was going to make this dress out of, and I decided otherwise. And I really like this kind of fabric, and I think they make great shirts, blouses, dresses. So I saw in the cut section that they had this, so I picked this up as well, and it only cost like £4.50 for the whole thing, so I'm very happy about that. And now we are gonna get on with the rest of this dress. She's looking pretty good. We've added the cups to the top, and we've added the cord. I've also done the back. It's not added front and back because I need to put the zip in first, but yeah, I think it's looking really good. I've also decided we're going to put a pocket in the gathered section here. I think it's gathered enough that it can be completely concealed. It's in the side seam and I think it will look quite nice, and it also makes the dress a little bit more functional, especially if I'm going to be wearing it like during the day. I'll have pockets on both sides. So that's an addition that is not currently on the pattern, but I really like how it's looking. But we're doing pretty good. Okay, zipper is in, is looking nice and clean. Love it. I'm just putting in the pockets now, so I'm gonna sew and then flip over, understitch, and then do that to the front piece. And then I think it's time to do the straps. So let me get these pockets in, or at least on both sides, and then time for straps, and then we can finally close it up. We have almost a dress. I've put the front and the back together, and I've looped these through the back loops. And I think what I'm going to do now, because I need to try it on and see how it fits, just in case I need to take it in at the sides, I'm going to loop the crisscross through the back and then just pin it to the front so we can have an idea of how it fits. But I really love how it's turned out, and if it works out all good, then we start on the lining. I must say, I really like how this fits. I love the flowiness of the dress. I love these little side pieces. I'm definitely a fan of this kind of dress, and I'm really glad that I made this, because I think I'm gonna have to make a few more different ones. Like, there are some ones that are like short and like more poofy. Maybe we will try that. I'm definitely enjoying it. As you can see, I have pinned the strap to the top because it's not finished yet, but this is what it's looking like with just this strap doing the crisscross, going over and coming back again. There is another strap that is going to go from here to the back so that it can be adjustable, but I just thought I'd use what I've got so I can get a good idea of the fit. And I think the fit is perfect. So I'm very, very happy. Definitely motivated to finish this now. I was going to go out to dinner tonight, but it's just started raining, so we cancelled reservations. We're going to have takeaway tonight, and I'm going to finish this dress, and it's going to be fun. So yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Let's finish it. Okay, it is the evening. The table is looking a mess, and I have finally joined the lining to the main dress, and it's all kinds of inside out, and I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So I'm going to leave it like this, inside out, and tomorrow we are going to turn it right sides out, iron it, and we're going to have a look at what it looks like with the lining attached. But for now, I'm gonna go to bed. We are so close. All we need to do now is hem the bottom, and then for the back, we need to get some sort of tassels for the end. Now, I don't actually have any tassels, but I do have some ends, so I'm going to figure out, I might just burn the ends because I don't know if I even want tassels, but we will have a look and see what we can do. But she's almost finished.